Greetings, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Michael, coming at you from California. It is not sunny today. Usually it's sunny, but today it's very rainy. But it's coming at you from California. It's the morning here, and it is Strada Live, and we're excited to have you join us today. We've got a lot to cover today, and we're going to be going over a bunch of things. We are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, and we are on Zoom, which makes it complicated, but I've got help. And so on the call with me is my brother and co-founder, Peter. We've got Margot, we've got Austin with technology, and all of us are able to take information. I've got an iPad right here. So if you have questions or comments or complaints, send them my way. You can chat on Instagram, you can chat on YouTube, you can chat on Zoom, and I can get the information and I can answer those questions. And I'd love to do that today. But we're going to talk about some really new stuff. Now, for those of you that don't know what NAB is, you should know what NAB is. National Association of Broadcasters. It's every April. It's been going on for like a century, and it is where all the technology companies come together that help make tools for broadcast and film storytellers. So it's an awesome thing. It's in Vegas every April. You should go. We have a code, and actually I can ask Pete maybe to put our code in the chat. If you are not registered for NAB, we can give you a code that allows you to get in for free. So you can get a free badge, and then you can come to NAB. Look, if you've never been to NAB, especially if you're an emerging filmmaker or a young filmmaker, or you're out there trying to figure out what to do, or you're a seasoned filmmaker and you're unemployed right now, which unfortunately a lot of my friends and colleagues are, you should go to NAB. Find someone else, get a room, pile a bunch of people in the room, drive or fly, take a Southwest flight. It's cheap, and get the badge. If you register through our code, you could get a discount on hotels. So NAB gives us a discount code, and you can register for a hotel through NAB. And so that gives you some savings. Actually, the hotel prices are really reasonable. We're going to be staying in the MGM Grand. Great hotel for the price. And there's a lot of food in the hotel, and it can use the monorail, and the monorail can take you right back to the convention center where NAB is. That helps us save money on taxi cabs. And so this is all about us showing some new stuff, but I'm going to give you a little preview of what we're showing at NAB so you can see it today, and then you can come to NAB. We have a booth. Our booth is in the South Hall, and you can see the number there. That's basically code for the back. We are in the back of the South Hall. When you start a company, it's kind of funny. When you start a company and you go to NAB and trade shows like that, you have to get points. And you get points by showing up every year and building a bigger booth and spending more money. Shocker. But as your company gets bigger, you get to move further and further to the front of the building. And I used to work for a company that now is like at the very front of the building. And I feel like a typewriter. Remember the old typewriters, and it would crawl across and then the bell would go off and you'd have to go zink and send it back. That's me. And so we got to the front of the building, and now I'm all the way to the back of the building. But that's okay. You got to start somewhere. But I need you to come visit us. We want to show you what we're building with Strada, and we want you to start using it because Strada is now out in the open and people are using it. And we are the new collaboration kids on the block, and we are coming hard and fast. And Strada is coming in hot with some amazing features nobody else has. And we aim to change and rewrite collaboration for everybody. So come visit us at NAB. You should get to NAB. Strada was released in beta about 2 months ago, so it's very new in the public beta. You can sign up today, and I'm going to show you some new stuff. And what I want to talk about right now that really bothers me, and it's part of the motive for why we started Strada. Look, I love the cloud. You love the cloud. We use the cloud all the time. But when it comes to creative use, the cloud's failing us. It's failing us. The cloud is really failing creatives. And I'll show you an example here. See, when you think about your media is in two places. It's either on a hard drive or it's in a cloud. That's it. There's no other place to put your media. And if you have a hard drive, sometimes you have a hard drive that's really small, medium, or a really big one. You could have a hard drive the size of a refrigerator. But a hard drive that's local has some really great benefits. Those main benefits are that local hard drives are really fast. you can use fiber channel, you can use 10 gig, you can use Thunderbolt. You know, the drives that you connect to play back 4K, 6K, 8K, no problem. And that happens locally. That's really easy to play back 8K files on your computer. Also, hard drives that are local are really cheap. They're really, really inexpensive. You know, you can buy a terabyte drive for so little money now, like $40, right? You get a whole terabyte, sometimes 2 terabytes. So it's really, really inexpensive. But if you want to collaborate, hard drives are not good. They suck because you need to make a copy and put it on another hard drive. And then you got to send that hard drive. And if someone else needs a copy, you have to make another hard drive and make another copy and send that, right? Hard drives are not collaborative, but they're fast and they're cheap. That's why we love the cloud, right? The cloud is totally collaborative, but the cloud has 2 other major drawbacks. It's really slow. Why? Because the average bit rate in the North America for uploading is 30 megabits per second. Most files that you shoot are hundreds of megabits per second. So sometimes 1,000, right? The new Arri Alexa 265 is 5,000 megabits per second. And the average upload speed in North America is 30. So it would take a week to upload 1 hour of Arri Raw from the Arri 265. That's just like, it's not Arri's fault. That's the internet's fault. It's bandwidth. It's the telecom community. It's internet service providers, right? And so this is a huge problem. And what it means is that it's too slow to upload. So you only upload a little bit and you have to make proxy files. And it's really expensive. In fact, cloud storage, a gigabyte in the cloud is 40 times more expensive than a gigabyte on a hard drive. It's so much more expensive to put things in the cloud, which is why you only put a little bit in the cloud and the rest of it lives on your drive. That must sound familiar. This is how you work, right? Everything's on a drive and a little bit in the cloud because the drive is fast and cheap and the cloud is collaborative. But that's the problem we're solving. We do not like this fact that you can't use one source of truth, and we want to solve that. And so Strada is combining fast, inexpensive, and collaborative. We are working on technology that allows you to connect clouds and local hard drives together. Clouds and local hard drives connect into Strada so you can see your assets on a hard drive and you can see your assets in a cloud. And then you can share them. You can modify them. You can metadata enrich them. You can interact with them. You can collaborate. Most cloud companies, in fact, almost all cloud companies out there make you subscribe to their cloud. Strada's not like that. We're not a storage cloud. We allow you to bring your cloud to us, Dropbox, Google Drive, Frame.io, and we can add more. And then most hard drive companies have no connection to the cloud, right? But that's what we do. We are building a cloud connection so that you can have the best of both worlds and you can save money and you can share. This is breakthrough technology, and it's really, really exciting to see what we're doing here. But we think we might be the first people to take a hard drive and allow someone remotely to play files back with 200 milliseconds latency off of that remote hard drive. It's awesome technology. It's really new. It's really cool, and I want to show it to you. And so Strada is all about access. Our mission is to bring you access anywhere, anytime, any device immediately. See, that's the other problem with the cloud is when you have media, you have to transcode it, compress it, and then upload it before someone can see it. With Strada, we are able to skip some of those steps, maybe all of them, and allow you to collaborate without having to do that upload at all. But if you have the cloud for redundancy and scalability, or you already have media in a cloud like Dropbox or Google Drive, you can connect that too and make it work. So it's pretty awesome. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start demonstrating some new features in Strada. These are brand new. I have not demonstrated all of these ever before. These are brand new. And we just released a new build last night. And if you sign up today and all of our current users, these are all available today. I think so. Yeah. All of this is out. So this is brand new stuff that's really, really exciting. And I want to show it to you. So I'm going to switch over to Strada here. And I'm going to start with transcription summary. Now, this is so cool. This is so cool. What we see here is we have an interview. And this interview is, you can see it's all transcribed here, right? We can see the transcription here. So we've got an interview with a first AC. Her name's Amritha Mary. And if Amritha's watching this, we miss you. We love you. And so Amritha is an amazing camera assistant, great focus puller. And I did an interview about focus pulling. And what's cool is I can transcribe that. Now, there's a lot of tools that can transcribe. That's not that hard. But Strada is different for a couple of reasons. One, we allow you to transcribe in bulk. You can put 100 assets in Strada and transcribe them all. Normally, transcription tools make you upload a clip, and then transcribe, and then download transcription, download. With Strada, the transcription and the video are always stapled together, and you can transcribe in bulk. You can do 100 assets at once, and we do it about 5 times faster than real time. So about an hour of material takes about 5 or 6 minutes to transcribe. So it's really, really fast. But there's something new in our transcription. We have a couple of things that are really cool. One, I can search anything. So she talks about the Vision Pro. Here I can see her talking about the Vision Pro, and she mentions that.
The craziest thing that I got to do on this set was pulling focus with the Vision Pro.
Okay, so we've got that. But if there was something spelled wrong on here, see, sometimes she says Strada, and Strada, sometimes things are spelled wrong. Amritha, she's spelled right there. It depends. If you found something spelled wrong, what's cool in Strada now is you can double click and you can make an edit, and you could do a find and replace. So this allows you to find a word and replace all those words. So it's a fast way to fix a pronoun or a name or a location or a product, and you can fix that in one touch throughout your transcription. But look at this transcription summary. This is new. So Julio says, I use DaVinci for transcription. What's the benefit? Julio, that's a great question. What is the benefit? Well, the number one thing, there's a few benefits. DaVinci is amazing. I have DaVinci. Here it is right there. I love it too. So I'm a big Resolve fan. But here's the problem. Our AI models are better than what DaVinci is using. So the accuracy on our transcription is going to be higher, number one. Number two, we support over 100 languages. So I don't know if you can see this, but we've got 100 languages here, and DaVinci doesn't support 100 languages. And so we've got that. 3, we not only support things like transcription of language, we can also make the audio, we can also tag audio elements, things that are heard, like screaming, crying, music, crash, silent, right? Those are things that are not words spoken, but they're descriptors, and that becomes valuable. The next thing is we're able to share it with everyone. See, the problem with transcribing in Resolve is if your producer or your supervisor, your director or your cinematographer or your assistant editor or someone else wants to see the transcription, they need all the media and they need Resolve. And that's not practical. 1, they don't have Resolve. 2, they don't have all the media. 3, Resolve is hard to use. And so we built a platform that you can have on your iPad, and you can be accessing all of your footage, all of your interviews, all of your transcriptions. And Strada is amazing at search. I could search for anything and it'll find everything. See, the problem with Resolve is you can only search in Resolve based on what project is open. So not only do you have to be the editor, you have to only search in Resolve what project is open. I'll be showing you a little later that in Strada, we have global search. So we can search your entire account, which means you could search projects that are 3, 4, 5 years ago in Strada. And in Resolve, that's a lot harder to do, to mount an old drive, connect an old project, and search that. That's a lot of work. In Strada, I can search something I shot 5 years ago and something I shot 5 days ago at the same time. But I want to show you one other super cool thing, transcription summary. So remember here, we've got Amritha, we've got our transcription, but if we go to the top, we have summary. And when I click summary, I have the option here to summarize. I can do a YouTube description, a meeting type of interview, a storyline. This is an interview. So I'm going to say generate. And now Strada is going to read the transcription and generate a transcription for me. To make this bigger so you can all read it, I'm just going to open a text document here. And this should only take about 10 more seconds. We're almost done, and we're getting our transcription summary of Amritha's interview. And this is so helpful. If you're shooting nonfiction documentary, or you do church sermons or school lectures, you need transcription summary, because it can take a long transcription and automatically synthesize it and give you a synopsis, a description. It can even give you time codes of where things happen. So look at this. I'm going to copy this out of Strada. I'll go into here and paste it. And we'll do this. And now I can make it really big so we can all see it. And here we have the ability to see our transcription here. Oh, goodness. This is so annoying. Okay, there. So we can see it describes everything that Amritha talked about. And it's so cool that, like, now I can copy this into an email and send this to my producer, and I could do it with all my interviews. So if there's an interview here with Shannon, look at, here's an interview, and I could take this one and paste this in as well. So I can paste all this in, and now I've got this is the Shannon interview, and then I've got the Amritha interview, right? And so now you can see I've been able to basically get my interviews summarized. But I can do something really interesting. I'm going to switch to something kind of weird. This is a little weird, but I just want to show you how far this can go. This is going to seem kind of strange, but let's look at this. Here is the movie Cinderella. Okay, this is the Disney film Cinderella, and we can see here we are looking at Cinderella, beautifully shot, really great movie. Okay, so here is this whole transcript of all of Cinderella. Well, what happens if I could do a summary for this? I know this is a little odd, but I want to show you where this goes. I could say, summarize the relationship Cinderella has with her sisters. Explain what the characteristics of her sisters are. And now Strada is going to do an analysis on the movie with the transcript based on the video and the audio, and it's going to give me a synopsis and understanding of Cinderella's relationship with her sisters. And I know you would say, why would anyone need to do that? The point is, you can now take video with transcripts and get it to do work for you. See, you might say, well, ChatGPT can do summaries. Yeah, but it can't load a movie or 500 dailies in and do those analysis. And that's exactly what Strada does. So now if we make a new thing here, here is the summary explaining the relationship of Cinderella's relationship with her sisters. So we could see that. Oh, it says copyrighted material here. Oh, okay. The summary highlights the contrast between that. There we go. And so we've got some of that information. Another thing that I could do, whoops, is I could go to, this is a good one too. Here I've got the movie National Treasure, a movie a lot of people like, great film. So here we've got National Treasure, and I could say, make a summary and summarize the, let's say, summarize the character Benjamin Gates and list his personality traits. I gotta spell that right. It's hard to do this. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So now we're asking it to do a character analysis. Now, this might be valuable when you're doing marketing materials, when you're doing YouTube descriptions. Strada has a YouTube description option so that when you click on a asset and you want to summarize it in YouTube, nobody wants to do the YouTube summaries. It's hard to build those, but Strada will now take your outputs. You can do it with dailies, you can do it with interviews, or you can do it with your finals, and you can have it do a full analysis and give you a YouTube description. It's so fast. It's really cool. Here we go. Let's look at the Benjamin Gates stuff here. Let's print this out. And now we can see Benjamin Gates is the main character of the story. And now it lists all the things about Benjamin Gates, which is really cool. We can see all these personality traits. So I got Strada to do that. I could do summaries. I could do analysis. I could do cut down summaries. I could do anything like that. So really, really cool to see that. So I highly recommend you exploring transcription summary. It's fast, it's easy, it's different, it's really great for posts. If you do church sermons, summarize the sermon. Now you can post it on YouTube and you're done. If you do educational videos, you can now summarize the lecture. If you do YouTube videos, now you can get the descriptions written for you, or Instagram videos or TikTok and things like that. Or if you're doing long form stuff, you can pull that out. And then if you are doing interviews, a lot of times when people shoot, they shoot 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 interviews. Now you can send a summary of the interview and you don't have to watch 6 hours of interviews. You can get the summary to start, to help your team collaborate and understand what that is. Remember, everything in Strada is available to your collaboration team. So if I click here and I go to my team, it'll load here all my projects. We can see here that I've got all these people on my team. And so I can decide who has access to everything. And when they have access, they're able to share in all the media that is shared for them. So very, very powerful. Okay, now I want to show facial recognition. Well, to do this, I want to start from scratch. And this is really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load in some footage that I've not loaded in before. And I'll show you a really cool trick in Strada to load files in. Let me find today's date, 3/10 or yesterday. So I can right click on this and say add to bin. So I am right here going to my source media. Remember, Strada can connect to third-party clouds, Dropbox, Frame.io, Google Drive. Remember, Strada is not a cloud. Your footage is already in a cloud or on a hard drive. We connect to the clouds and we'll soon be connecting to the hard drives. So I'm connected to Frame.io here and I'm browsing Frame.io and I can just click a Frame.io bin and say add to bin. And now I'm going to be adding everything in this folder into Strada. So if I refresh Strada here, I'm going to get all the shots. So here we just brought in all that footage from Frame.io. But what I'm going to do is select all my assets, and I don't need this one or this one. And what I'm going to do is right click and I'm going to say analyze. And now we have, oh, Austin, it says face detection is not available for my workspace. Hopefully Austin's watching. Austin, I need that. Is that something he can fix right now? My workspace doesn't have face detection for some reason. This should be on for everyone. That was which I thought was the case. So if
we're working on it right now.
Okay. So we should find out and make sure. In fact, Austin should let me know. Does everyone have face detection? Because I was under the impression we have released that. And so we want to make sure that that's the case, or if it's just my account. So I'll talk about that as we troubleshoot it real quick. Face detection allows you to analyze all the faces.
Michael, can you let us know what account you're in?
This is the Strada live demos.
Strada live demos.
Yep.
Okay.
And so what should happen is you're going to be able to face detect. So you can go through all your footage and Strada will find all the faces. It will present them to you. And then you will be able to analyze those faces. You can search by the names. And then you should only have to name the faces once in a while, and it will allow you to search for all those people. So it's a really, really great new way of working. So while they're working on that, I will go to the next thing, which is commenting. Okay, so this is very exciting. Strada now has commenting, and it should be live for you today. I think it's live for you today, which means I can go into a brand new clip. And if you look over to the right, there's a button that says commenting. And now I can click somewhere here and I could say, I don't like the face I'm making in this shot. Let's lose it. And now I can make a comment. And now that comment's right there. If I go later in it, I could say, I like this look, and I can add a new comment there. Looks like, Austin, I got a little bug here. It's keeping, awesome. If you could see this, it's keeping the comment in the comment. After I make the comment's still written there. So this just went out yesterday. So there might be a bug or two in here. So here, this is Shannon, and I've got that there. So if I click now, when I click on these, I can skip to the time code of the location. So you can see here, we've got commenting in here. Now, here's what's cool about this is now the commenting, you can see here, here's a whole episode with all the commenting, and we've got replies. So you can comment and you can reply. So if I said reply, spelled very cam. I want to spell that right. There we go, Shannon. So I'll do that. So here we've got replies, and you can see the little threads for each of these little conversations in these replies. So all of this commenting is now available. And so this is really exciting because you now have commenting in Strada. Commenting is so critical. And one of the challenges with other commenting programs is they're really, really expensive. And Strada is like the only program now that can transcribe, it can do visual analytics, and it can comment. There's very, very few products out there that can do that. And you can connect to your own storage. So this is very, very powerful stuff because now you can combine these things together. Collaboration, and collaborators should always be commenting. And now we've given you that feature. You wanted this feature. Now you have it. And we'll soon be adding messaging to Strada so that you can message people, which is different from a comment, right? A comment goes to your whole team. Everybody on the clip can see it, but a message is like a text message. And we noticed that when people comment on other tools, they also message each other because they don't want to message people in the comment because everybody can read it. So what we built is Strada messaging and Strada commenting. Commenting is out now. Messaging is coming. And you can see here at the bottom, it says to everyone. You can switch that and type in to Margot, to Shannon, to Austin. And when we do that, we would be able to do that. So messaging is coming. All right. So I'm told that facial rec is working. So I'm going to grab, let's see, I'm going to grab all these takes, but I don't need this and this and this. And I am now going to right click and I'm going to hit analyze. And now, nope, still not working. Maybe I have to refresh. Let's try that. Okay. Let's try one more time. And let's turn those off. Okay, let's try one more time. Analyze. And okay, now facial recognition works. Okay, I'm hoping that works for you. Austin or Pete, if you can let me know, does everybody else have facial rec, or do we have an issue that we should address?
Yes, everybody has it.
Okay, everybody has facial rec. So you shouldn't have the problem I just had. So it should work now. So I'm going to kick off facial recognition. And now Strada is going to start analyzing the faces of all the people here. And this is a fresh project, so we're going to let this go for a few minutes. And if I refresh and I look, here's a little trick. If you look in the upper right here, it says there's 13 jobs of analytics going on. So it's going to run 13 jobs of analytics. This little button in the upper right will tell you your progress. But because we're in beta, there's a bug with it. You have to refresh your browser to get it to update. So if I hit refresh, that's where it'll show us the progress. And so the progress will not update dynamically. You have to refresh, but it will update and it will show you the results. So we're going to let that go in the background. I got a few questions here. Julio says, is the sync by waveform audio available yet? Julio, I'm sorry. It is not available yet. Today, syncing can only be done by time code. And I can do that right here. If I select these clips and I say sync by time code, it will automatically sync these assets appropriately by time code. And so now we can see that quickly. I've got audio and video sunk here.
Scene 15, take one, AB common mark.
And here I'll just do one more. We've got a clip here, and I could play it back in sync.
Not really.
View camera, soft 6, common marker.
And if I cut to the middle, we could see her talking.
I actually hate the city.
So this is where time code works today, Julio. It's time code. But here's the trick, Julio. We need subscribers. We need more subscribers like you to ask for waveform sync, because we're giving the subscribers the features that they want. If you're paying for Strada, then we hear people making requests and we start building that, because we can't build everything, right? We have to build what the users want. If you're a user and other people are users and you're paying, let us know what you want. And then we can prioritize that based on demand. It's real simple. So we haven't heard people ask about waveform sync in a while. So that's good you mentioned it, Julio. But if you subscribe and we get more people on Strada, we'll build everything. So tell your friends, because I know it sounds like, Julio, you're a Resolve user. That's great. But someone on your collaboration sphere, your world, is not in Resolve, right? They need a review platform. And that's what we're here to do, is make that easier, make that less expensive, make it faster and better. Johan says, any LucidLink connections coming with Strada? Well, Johans, the answer is yes. Yes, I could actually skip to showing that right now. This is very interesting. So if let's see here. How should I do? Should I stop sharing my screen, Pete? If we share the if we go to the
we'll disengage your screen, but keep your Strada app open, and we'll manage on our side.
Okay. Great.
So Shannon, can you go live with yours, please?
But Instagram Live won't be able to see it unless I see it on my screen as well. So hopefully we can get this. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Great. Okay, so hopefully even on Instagram you can see this. And maybe if I said hide self view, there we go. Okay, what you're seeing right here is a hard drive connected to a laptop. Okay, you see it right there. Now, if you're looking, who was this? Johans? Okay, you're gonna like this, Johans. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, if you look at this really closely, you're gonna see I've got a computer. It's 9:30 on this computer in Culver City. It's 9:30 in my laptop here. So this is not my computer. This is somewhere else. Now, if you look really closely, you can see there's a LucidLink icon right there. It says Strada. So the Strada LucidLink is right there on this computer. So this computer is remote. It has a LucidLink connection. It also has a G-RAID right here, and it has an OWC Thunder RAID right here. And so we've got the big RAID, the small RAID, and we've got LucidLink, okay? They're all right there. So hopefully that makes sense. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to move this over to the side, and I'm going to grab here and move this over to the side. And if you look here in Strada, I have at the top, let's see here, I have what says Strada's MacBook Pro. That MacBook Pro is this computer over here. So we see Strada's MacBook Pro. I can see the desktop. I can see everything that's on the desktop of that computer. And the
Michael, can you hide your, there's a Chrome tab behind you. Just hide that Chrome tab with your email in it.
Oh, I can't see that. Let's see.
Just yellow it. Hit the yellow.
Okay, got it. All right. So here I've got a G-RAID here. So you can see the G-RAID is this drive right here. And if I don't know if you can see this, but if I click on the main RAID, the big RAID, it's going to start blinking. Watch what happens when we start connecting to these RAIDs. We're going to see the RAIDs start to blink, and it's going to react. And then if you see right here, Strada, this is LucidLink. So I have mounted LucidLink into Strada, and now I can go in and I can look at a file. And right now, this is going to have to zoom out a little bit here. Right now, these are all the files in LucidLink, which is incredible because we're able to access my LucidLink. Oh, I have to switch accounts. Hang on a sec. Here we go. There we go. Strada, Lucid Link, and we go here, camera rig, and now we should be able to get the files to play back. Here they come. So I am playing a file back in Strada. This file right here is on Lucid Link. You have to believe me, but these are on Lucid Link. You can see there it says volume Strada. That Strada right there represents the Lucid Link actual account. So I am able to do that. So what we're showing Johans at NAB is we are bringing to the market the first ability for your collaborators to view files remotely on a computer and a Lucid Link account. So they can view it. They can't transcribe it yet. They can't comment on it yet. They can view it. So I'm just doing view, but I'm able to view everything in my Lucid Link account. But remember, I can also, I'll move this over. I can also view everything on the hard drive. So if I go back here and I go to the G-RAID, watch the G-RAID light there for those of you that can see it. If I click on this file and start playing it, the G-RAID is going to start blinking because I'm playing this file back. And if I hit pause, it's going to stop blinking. See that? And now I'll hit play again and it'll start blinking. I'm playing this file on my computer off of a drive remotely, and I can browse everything here and play it back. And you can see how fast it is. In fact, remember I have that copy of National Treasure. Here is the movie National Treasure. I'll mute it. Watch this. I'm at the beginning of the film right here, and I'm playing it off this drive. You can see the drive blinking, and I'm going to skip to the end. 3, 2, 1, click. And it goes right to the end. Go to the middle, click. Go to the beginning, click. Go to the end, click. See, what you're seeing right here is no latency. See, clouds have latency, right? They have to buffer. And so when you click on a file in a cloud, it has to buffer. But Strada is not using traditional cloud workflow. So there's no latency in this. You can see how fast I could click around an entire feature film, and it takes like 200 milliseconds, maybe even less sometimes. And I'm skipping around and it's coming off that hard drive. The same thing is true with the big RAID. I can go to the big RAID and see everything in my huge, look how much footage I have in here. I mean, I have so much footage in this RAID because this is 130 terabytes OWC Thunder Bay. And I can go into all this stuff and see everything. Like, it's amazing. So we have, oh, didn't like that file. So there it is. We can even play back ProRes. That's really cool. So if I go here and I look at this, you're going to see some log ProRes files. This is log ProRes playing back because Strada is able to manage ProRes files even if the bandwidth isn't high enough. So it's really hard to see. But if we look here, it's 36 megabits per second. That is the upload speed of this location. But Strada is able to play back ProRes even though ProRes is way bigger than 36 megabits. That's because Strada is able to do this in real time. And you can actually play back huge ProRes files off of your drive, and your collaborators can watch them, and you don't have to compress them. You don't have to make H.265s and upload them. So you should all be signing up for this. This is what's coming out at NAB. We are releasing this at NAB, and it's a complete technological breakthrough. For those of you seeing this for the first time, we only showed this like last week for the first time. Nobody's seen this. Nobody's been able to browse through an entire drive remotely and actually have total control of the assets and click around. And you haven't been able to do that with Lucid Link. Strada paired with Lucid Link is so good. So remember, we're starting with being able to show being able to show the files. So you have that coming. So you can click on files in Lucid Link and see those assets. Here's Lucid Link giving me a file here. You can click on those files in Lucid Link and watch them. And then eventually we'll add commenting, downloading, sharing, and things like that. So it's all coming, and it's really, really, really exciting. So this is really, really exciting times for us to kind of show this new way of working. So Strada local is starting with playback only, and then it will eventually have the commenting and stuff like that. So very, very cool. Okay, Pete, you can hide the that Zoom feed, and we'll go back to the live demos. I want to see how we're doing with our facial recognition. So I'll hit refresh here. Oh, I need to do one quick here. Switch. Okay, we'll go to facial rec. And let's see how our facial rec is doing here. We'll look in the upper right, and it looks like all the jobs are done. So the facial rec is done. So how do we see our facial rec? Well, let's see what happened here. If we see this little button right here, these little icons represent our AI analysis. So if I click on that, it's going to show me all the faces that it found in Strada. And here are all the people. So here we have Chien. Pete, can you remember, does someone remember how to spell her name? I want to spell it right. How do we spell her name? Do we remember? Shannon? Well, while we figure that out, I can do, this is Nina. This I don't need. This is Max. This is Max. This is Hansel. This is Hansel. This is Flo. We got Max here. This guy is Dan, and we already did Nina. We don't need that one. We don't need the AC. That's also Hansel. And then we've got yeah. So let's see here.
Michael, it's Q-I-A-N.
Q-I-A-N. Great. Great. Oh, we just lost our. There we go here. Let's see here. Q-I-A-N. Great. So now we've got our names there. And because we have that, did we get everybody here? I think so. So now if I search by the word Flo, I can find the takes with Flo in it. And now we can search by her face, right? So we have Flo, and we know that she's in there. If I search by Hansel, we'll find the shots with Hansel in it, right? If I search by Nina, it'll find the shots with Nina in it. And also check this out. If we go to our faces here, we can see it's got Max and Nina together, right? So they're in this, and there's multiple takes of that. So very, very cool. We can see there's Nina right there in the background, and then we got Max in the foreground, who's most of this shot. So you can see Q-I-A-N, and we've got Chien. So there we are. So now you can see that we've been able to find all these people based on faces. And if you have faces you don't want, so this is Shayna, and this is like a picture on the wall. I just press the little garbage can and it'll go away. And so you just press the garbage can. And then what's really different about this is a lot of products require you to upload reference stills to name people. Strada doesn't work that way. We built a custom engine that automatically finds your faces for you. It found these people for me and presents them. So you don't need reference files. So that makes it way faster. You can see I've labeled everybody here, and now I'm done. And the model will keep learning and reapplying faces and reapplying the names to faces you've already named, which is really great. So Julio asks, can you bring in the comments from Frame.io? No, you can't, Julio. And the fact of the matter is, as you see what we're doing, you won't need Frame.io. Today you can use Frame.io. Frame.io is really great for sharing, but now that we have the commenting experience, we have facial rec, which Frame.io doesn't have. We have transcription and translation. We have summaries. We have global search. We have drive connects. Frame.io is a different product now, and it does different things. And we're adding features that people don't have in Frame.io. And customers like you are telling us what you want. And so you can't bring in comments from Frame.io. You have your own comments now in Strada. And so it's a new commenting experience with all the search capabilities. And there's nothing better than the search that we've built. I mean, our search is the most robust search of any collaboration platform. It's really, really remarkable. In fact, one of the things I wanted to show you all was global search. Check this out. I have a huge project here that has probably something like 10,000 assets across all of these projects. In this account, I can switch through all these projects. And if you notice in my upper left, all of these are called workspaces. These are all different workspaces. Each workspace is $20 a month. You pay 20 bucks and you can put a bunch of projects in a workspace, or you can separate your clients based on workspaces. And you can see how fast I can switch to the rattled workspace. And now I'm in the rattled workspace. Or if I wanted to switch to the, we did a film called Murphy's Ranch with Michael Riva over the weekend in Indiana Underhill. And so here are the dailies from that film. And so that can be its own workspace here. So we have all of that material here. And then I can switch back to my account. Now this has a big account with lots of stuff. And check this out. If I wanted to do global search, I can hit Command K and get to my global search here. And I could search for something like drinking. If I just needed the shot of drinking and I didn't know what project it's in, it's going to show me here. I can see people drinking on an airplane, and it'll take me to that shot. And there is Austin drinking his goofy drink on an airplane. So you can see how fast I could do that. But also I can click here and it'll take me to a shot where somebody's drinking at a bar in some of our footage, right? So there we can see them drinking here. So this is totally powerful because we're able to do this global searching here. If I knew I was looking for, I have a project that has tons of animals in it. If I knew I needed an elephant, I could select that. It would find that all those elements and would allow me to know which project and which bins it's in. So I'm like, oh, I'm looking for this shot of elephant. I could say, I want to go to this episode in this project, and it'll take me right there. And here we are seeing our elephants right there. But I also saw here in my elephant search, there was something down here, which is really interesting. See, it talks about, there's Pete and I. So why are Pete and I in here? That was really interesting. But it's probably because we said the word elephant, and that could be a reason that we're searching elephant. Now, how could we separate those? Well, if you look at the top, we have these little filter buttons, and these filter buttons are able to tell us what we want to search by. So here now we can actually search by audio, and it would tell us what is being spoken and if elephant is actually a word that is spoken. So this is a really interesting way to search now, because you can filter by visual, by audio, visual, metadata, and text. Let me show you how that works. This is really cool. If I have just audio and I search for the word poison, I can search for the audio and I can see I'm just searching for the word poison. I go to transcription, and now we go right there. We have Flo saying rat poison.
Rat poison.
Right? So we heard orange blossom rat poison.
Orange blossom, rat poison.
So we can see it's spoken. So we are searching for poison with that. But what happens if I click the text tab? If I select the text tab, now we see rat poison is actually visible because Strada can read. And so now we can see rat poison is visible. So we found clips that are related to that because we can actually see the asset. So that's actually searching for the text. Now, if I search for rat under the same thing with text, it's going to find all the times it sees the word rat. And so it might find it on the trap there. It finds it on the box. And so we see that. But if I search for a picture of the rat, so now this is a visual tag. Now we actually see a physical rat. So this is us finding a physical rat versus a word. And so now you can see text, visuals, or audio, visual, and text can all be searched that way, which is really cool. And then I have this button right here, which is metadata. If I want to search metadata, this is how I could search for something like a scene. So if I wanted scene 28, if I click that, now it finds scene 28. And we know when we see the slate, you can see it says 28. It's upside down, but it's right there. Or if I said scene 14, it will find me all of scene 14. And now I can click on this and see a slate, and we see scene 14. So we can search by slates with the metadata. We could search by language with the microphone. We could search by visuals with the visual tag, and even text. Here's another one that's text. If I search by the word port, it will find the shot of the port bottle because it understands what is port, right? So this is the power of this incredible search that we have. And we're doing this. It's just, there's nothing like it. And I also want to say there's something really powerful about combining the commenting with the actual transcriptions. So you can see here, if I wanted to transcribe, if I have a transcription here and I got my comments here, you see what's so cool. And this is like, we're like the only product, one of the only products that can do this. This is very rare. We could go and start talking about something like Richard, and I could find this part about Richard. And if I take it right there, I can go to the comments right there. And now I can be commenting Richard. And so now I'm connecting together the ability to comment and transcribe at the same time. And so this becomes a new anchor point that you can use the transcription to get you where you're going. And then you can comment there. So it's really, really powerful stuff to be able to do that. Now, Jay Arbalo Films on Instagram. When will Strada be ready to use a hard drive? Okay, Jay Arbalo Films. NAB is 4 weeks away. You should come to NAB. If you can't, find a way if you can. NAB is 4 weeks away. Our goal is to release hard drive connections in 4 weeks in beta. If you look at my screen, can I launch this? Strada agent. Let's see here. If you look here on the agent, I'll do a quick demo of it. Check this out. If you can see this here, I can add the agent to my computer, and I can decide which folders I want to share in my computer. And I can decide which connected drives I want to share. So you can decide which drives you want to share, which directories you want to share. So you can see all of these cool folders. I could reshare all these files. So you could share to yourself, your desktop and downloads, which means you could be remote and you could actually have access to a computer at home, which is really, really powerful because you could browse files on your desk remotely with Strada agents. But that is, we're trying to deliver this in beta by NAB. Now, remember though, in beta, it will only do review. You can only play back in the first version. Then we will add transcription and commenting and downloading and things like that. But we need you to sign up and start using the product today in order for us to get your feedback so that we can build the right features. The worst thing that people do is they say, oh, I'm going to wait till you have all the features done, then I'll sign up. I need users to build the product and get your feedback on the product to make it better. The features we have now are because of the early adopters we had join the product. So you got to be an early adopter. If we're going to build the new Frame.io and make it better, cheaper, faster, and more powerful, then we need users to help us do that, right? And so let's do this together and build it. Rodman on Instagram, Agents is available at NAB in April. The other features I demoed are available right now. So this is really important for Rodman. Yeah. The agents, which I said is for the drive connection, that's coming out in April. But every other feature I just demonstrated, you can have today. Facial recognition. What do we have here? We had facial rec, transcription summary, commenting, global search, all the analytics. You can analyze locations, objects, faces, emotions, all the transcriptions in bulk. And you can build your teams. You can have unlimited users today. That's what we're offering at this moment. You have unlimited users, build your teams, build your projects, $20 per workspace. You can start with one workspace, put a bunch of projects in there. Then you start to realize you want to separate each project on a workspace and have all your bins. And you just connect Dropbox, Google Drive, or Frame.io. I can show you that right here. See, I can connect Dropbox, Google Drive, and Frame.io right to Strada. And I'm able to deliver I've been able to connect to those files and I can analyze it. Frame.io doesn't have transcription or translation or analytics or a good search. You connect Frame.io to Strada, you have all those things. Dropbox doesn't have a lot of that stuff. It's cheap storage, but that's really all it's good for. You can do all that. Google Drive, no commenting. With your Strada, you can sync your audio, and you might have noticed you can even play back multicam, right? Like I kind of breezed over that, but some of our projects here, you can see when you have multiple cameras playing together, you can play those files back at the same time. And if I click to the end, she's in sync at the end of the take. Click in the middle, she's in sync in the middle. So you can see, you can play back multicam all at once. So it's really, really exciting to see all that happen. Okay, so we went over the demo of Strada. We went over the demo of agents, and there's a lot more coming with our product, but we need you to sign up in order for it to happen. So look, this is really exciting. Like I said, the beta has been out since late December, so it's still very new, but you need to join and get in and start learning how to analyze, transcribe, collaborate. I know there was that Resolve user on earlier. Everything that you do in Strada can be exported to Resolve. He asked if you could import comments from Frame. No, but you can export your metadata to Resolve so you can have an even more robust search there. So this is how we're available. We love talking to you. Pete can put an invitation to our Discord channel in the chat. So if you want to join our Discord channel, you're welcome to do that. We are on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and we're here every Tuesday. If you get value out of this, tell a friend. If you think Strada's got value for your teams, tell a friend, sign up. It's free. It's free right now. You could sign up for free and start collaborating and working and analyzing, and I'm paying for it. So you can do that today. And then you can grow your account from there. And so we're all excited to have you join us and be a part of this, but we need you. So I want to put up the NAB picture one last time. It's really important that you come to NAB. If you're debating it, you really should come to NAB. It's a great opportunity to network and meet new people and talk to manufacturers. And we want to meet you in person. We want to spend some time with you. We want to hear your feedback. We want to show you a full product demo. And we want to talk about how we're going to make collaboration better than anything else out there. Strada is the new way to collaborate. And we are building something so fierce and different. And we are determined to get it right. And we need you to help us make that happen. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in this morning. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.